Okay, once again, very good afternoon to one and all. So today now let us take up the second lab program execution. That is the finding out the nature of the roots of a quadratic equation. So before going to the exact execution of the program, let us summarize the program first. So I will explain the basic summary of this program and the basic theory concept underlying in it. So let us analyze the problem statement. So develop a program to compute the roots of a quadratic equation by accepting the coefficient. So we know that any equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is nothing but a quadratic equation. Suppose for example, if you have considered the value of a is equal to 0, then it becomes a linear equation. That condition also we are going to check in our program. For example, if both the coefficients of a and b are equal to 0, then we are going to say that equation is not in a proper format, or they are all invalid coefficient. Okay, yes. So then if you consider the roots of a quadratic equation, it can be calculated using the formula minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So that term what we have b square minus 4ac, that is nothing but your discriminant. Based on the nature of the discriminant, the roots of the quadratic equations are categorized into three. Nature has been divided into three types. First one is roots are real and equal, roots are real and distinct, and finally roots are real and imaginary. In the case of roots are real and equal, then the formula of finding the roots are equal to root 1 is equal to root 2 is equal to minus b divided by 2 into a. Okay, so that is for roots are real and equal. So if the value of the discriminant is greater than 0, then we have two separate roots. Then we have the root 1, it is going to be calculated using the formula minus b plus square root of discriminant divided by 2 into a. Root 2 is equal to minus b minus s square root of this divided by 2 into a. This is nothing but the discriminant variable whatever we have declared. Next one is the roots are real and imaginary. Okay, so then if the roots are real and imaginary, then we are going to find out the separate real part and the imaginary part. So real part can be calculated using the formula minus b divided by 2a. So imaginary part is going to be calculated by the formula SQRT of floating point absolute of discriminant divided by 2 into a. Why we have taken it as roots are real and imaginary means the roots will be of the form a plus ib. So a is the real part and b is the imaginary part with having I, that is nothing but the square root of minus 1. That is 1. Okay, yes. So then we are going to print the roots separately. Root 1 is equal to percentage f plus I percentage f. Root 2 is equal to percentage f minus I percentage f. So this is the concept behind the nature of roots of a quadratic equation. So now let us go with the brief summary of the program. So here we are going to use one important header file called as the mat.txt because we have made use of the mathematic function called as the SQRT. That's why. Understand? So next one we are going to declare the variables a comma b comma c, which are nothing but your coefficients. This case nothing but the discriminant. The root 1 and root 2 are the values which are going to store the values of two roots. Next we have the real and the imaginary. So for roots are real and imaginary, then we need to print the real part and imaginary part separately or calculate them separately. So that's why we have taken real comma imaginary. So then now we need to enter the values of the coefficient percentage of like that. So next, what is the important step? Find out the value of the discriminant. So it is b square minus 4ac. Then what will be its c equivalent expression? It is b into b minus 4 into a into c. Okay, so once after the calculation of the discriminant value, then we need to check for the conditions. So here we can we are making use of the important decision making construct called as the else if ladder. So how else if ladder is going to work, we are already familiar with it. So it is going to start with the basic if condition. If the condition present in the if results in false, then the then the else if statement is going to start its execution. Then else if condition is also fails, then other else if condition is going to work. So n number of else if statement are present in the else if ladder. If all the conditions are failing to execute, or if all the condition return false value, then by default the last else part is going to work. Okay, so that is how the else if ladder is going to work exactly. So here also we have made use of the same concept. So first one, we are going to check for whether the equation is in standard format or not. So for that we have made use of if both the values of the coefficients a and b are equal to 0, then it is a invalid equation or invalid coefficient. So here that's why we have made use of the logical AND operator. So logical AND operator results if both the conditions are true only, then it is going to yield the true value. Otherwise, it yields false. You already know it's working. So next one is if the value of a is equal to 0. If that condition fails, else if a equal to 0 is going to work. So if the value of a is 0, then we are going to print it as linear equation. Any linear equation which is of the form mx plus c here. Okay, it has having only one root. So that root is going to be calculated using the formula minus c divided by b, like that. Next one, we need to check for the nature of the roots of quadratic equation. First one is if the discriminant value is equal to 0. Then the condition is real and equal. Roots are real and equal. Separately, we are going to calculate the value of root 1 is equal to minus b by 2a, root 2 is equal to minus b divided by 2a. As we have said that roots are real and equal, the code can be written as root 1 is equal to root 2 is equal to minus b divided by 2a. That is also correct. Okay, then we are going to print the values of the two roots. So this condition fails now. So next one, if else if disk greater than 0 is going to be executed. If that condition is true, then it is going to print the roots are real and distinct. Two separate roots are going to be printed here. Root 1 is equal to minus b plus square root of discriminant by 2a minus b minus square root of discriminant by 2a. That conditions are going to be that value formula is going to be executed, and we are going to print the values of the two roots separately. So if all the conditions fails to execute, then we are going to check with or then the condition only remaining is the roots are real and imaginary. So thereby we are going to calculate its real part and we are going to calculate its imaginary part. So once it has been calculated, then we are going to print the values of the two roots. Okay, so this is the sample output of this quadratic equation actually. So this is about the quadratic equation program explanation. So now let us go with the actual working of this particular program. Okay, so I have copy pasted this program from the manual. Now let us see how it is going to work. So open the terminal. So once again cd space the name of the directory, that is lab. So after this I will type the command cc space filename.c that is equation.c. Here one important rule of thumb you need to remember. Here we have made use of the header file mat.h. So that means if your program is containing any mathematical libraries, then you need to continue with using the command minus lm. Then press enter. Okay, so no errors. So /a.out. So check for all the conditions now. First one, let us check up for the invalid coefficient 0, 0, 4. So if both a and b are 0, then it is going to print it as invalid coefficient. Next one is we need to check for the that equation is a linear equation. So what is the condition? We have the value as a is equal to 0. Okay, so then we will give the value of b is equal to 3, 9. So then what will be the nature of the roots? Then it has only one root, basically linear equation. So then press the enter, then we will be having minus 3. Okay, next one. So let us check up for the nature of the roots of quadratic equation. So I will give 1, 2, 1. So then what will be the condition? Let us see. Then if you press enter, then it is going to print as roots are real and equal. So if roots are real and equal means root 1 is equal to root 2 is equal to minus b divided by 2. Then this is equal to 0. That's why. Next one, let us check for roots are real and distinct. So I will give a value 1, 7, 2 for a, b, c. Then what it is going to print? Let us see. So it is going to print the roots are real and distinct. So if all the condition fails to execute, then what will be the last condition remaining? We have only roots are real and imaginary. So that condition is going to be executed. So now let us check up for the values. So let us give the value of a, b, c as 2, 3, 4. So now you should like that. So I'm saying in the 2 comma 3 comma 4, but in the program you should not give 2 comma 3 comma 4 like that. So instead of that, you can use 2 space 3 space 4, or 2 press enter 3 press enter 4 like that. That is the standard format we have considered in our program. That's it. Okay, so now let us press the enter. So now let us see what it happens. So now we have got the result as the roots are real and imaginary. Okay, so now we are done with checking all the conditions of this particular program called as the quadratic equation, and we are now familiar with how it is going to work. So you also try with different values of a and b, a comma b and c, and test for different cases for the nature of roots of quadratic equation, like the way whatever I have done. So if you have any doubts in executing this particular program, feel free to contact me. While I'm saying once again, if you want to compile this particular program, don't forget to include -lm command because of the usage of math.x header file. Okay, so this is about the quadratic equation program. So please execute this program in the online GDB compiler and check for different input values. Okay, so thank you so much.